This is the JTD Wi-Fi smart plug. This particular smart plug is nearly identical to the Amcrest smart plug that I recently reviewed a few weeks ago. Even the instructions are the same, with the exception of the cover page is a different color. But with that, I mean, being said, the instructions are clear and helpful in getting the setup. Installation is fairly easy, although like the Amcrest, it didn't want to connect the first time, and you kind of have to hit this reset button here for 4 seconds. And once you do that, it kind of resets itself, and then everything goes fairly smoothly. I don't know if that's a quirk in the firmware with these or what exactly, but other than that, the setup was okay. For this to work, they say you have to download an app called Cancun, which again is very similar to the Amcrest app. And but the one thing I didn't like about this particular app called Cancun is that it automatically puts a widget on your home screen without really asking you. I would actually prefer that not to do that. The Amcrest app, even though it's the same, did not do that. You set up the device, you open the app, configure the Wi-Fi settings, the device will flash a little light here quickly, and then you're pretty much ready to go. Again, just like the Amcrest, this has the ability to, delay your task, control the time of the days and things that you want this device on. It has a Wi-Fi signal enhancer and a range extender, basically is what that is, and charging protection. So, and it again has the ability to add as many devices as you want, and the ability to update the firmware. The one thing though that concerns me with this particular app is I could not find a website for the smart plug or the Cancun app to check for updates, which kind of makes me think there might not be any for this particular brand. The Amcrest brand does have a web page set up, and even though there's no current firmware updates, at least they have the page set up, and it looks like they may prepare for that. Turning on the device, there's a few second delay, turning on, turning off, and the plug itself, and I'll plug this in here, it does take space. It makes it a little crowded if you plug into the top here of, let me move my camera a little bit. If you do plug it into the top of the outlet, it does take up some space, and I'll plug in a lamp here. So I've got the lamp connected here to the plug, and I've got the Cancun app that they call here, and I'll show you this working on and off, and it works fine. There's a few second delay, of course, and like I said, as you can see here, that does make a tight fit for the bottom plug. So it's probably better to plug that into a bottom outlet. Now, out of curiosity, I tried the Amcrest app, and let me get that here. I'll show you that. And again, it looks exactly the same except a little different color. And as you can see, I'm turning the lamp on and off with the same plug. So that app will work with it. And again, I'm a little more comfortable with that app just because it appears there'll be firmware updates for it. And I didn't like the fact that Cancun app installs a widget. This particular plug is priced a little bit cheaper currently than the Amcrest, although the JTD is charging shipping for this, which kind of makes it less of a price difference. So it's really only a few dollars, but it is cheaper. Overall, this is a good Wi-Fi outlet. It's easy to set up. I mean, there's some initial quirks with it. Easy to control and has really good features. I'm not crazy about the app that puts a widget without asking, and I'm also worried about there's no website set up for firmware updates, which makes me wonder if there are going to be any. I personally like this plug, but I'm going to use the Amcrest app with it, which seems like it's more ready for prime time with a web page that will provide support. I give this plug 4 stars.